Oh god, main character syndrome. I gotta find another name. Phew, almost too late. Where are we? And who are you? Hi, I represent a little-known company that designs terrific cleaning appliances. If you would consider purchasing one, bear in mind that this show's model is not for sale. Oh, by the way, here's my ID. They usually call me Junyver. The second version, Junyver, is for those who find it easier to combine two letters into one than to pronounce them all. I think Junyver is better. I'm gonna go with Junyver. To the point, I hope you have no doubt that I've saved you both from death. I dread to think what would have you done without me. How did you know? Oh, it's quite the story. There's a guy who wishes you, or him, to live. And which, I need a certain kiddo. That's him, and I'm here just for kicks, accidentally. He needs help. The monster's bitten him. What? As a letter eater nipped at him? Tiambramba, just my luck. Will he die just like that? Also, he told me he had sore eye blood. He'd do anything to show off. No, he hasn't lied to you, which is exactly why he's in danger. If you were nipped at, that wouldn't be such of a problem, but the leaders don't bite mortals. Red bloods? Do you understand? No, I don't. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Kariom is his name. Kariom. We'll just say Kari. I think Kari's easier. So Kari is the one who looks more like me. And then, okay, God, this is a lot. Rui is the character I'm playing. What will become of Kariom? What will become of Kariom? It's a nasty situation, it is. You're opening the slough when suddenly two chaps pursued by a leader spill out of there. Oh boy. Will Kariom survive? Can he be cured? A leader in the slough. How have we stooped so low? I guess it's to be expected. Yes, he can. Sorai, for instance, are killed almost immediately. I have some Statin with me. It certainly doesn't cure, but it can slow down the disease and buy time while you're looking for reagents. I'll be looking for reagents. Okay. But why are you so confident that I'll be able to find them? We're in the camp, not the Marquee, after all. Trust me, it's way harder to find antiseptic wipes in rural Latori. Yet, at almost every camp where there is at least a quarter of the Parba have removed their wheels, there are travelers, a cemetery in Mythics. Frankly speaking, I'm losing the train of thought here. Forget it, I'll make a list for you. From there on, you'll figure it out yourself. And hurry up, alright? If you save Kiddo, you'll save yourself too. How so? Do you mean it's my duty to him? Oh, I didn't tell you. Listen, now, don't be scared. Your lives, yours and Kariom's, are linked, like, coupled, like this. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see. What you're trying to say is that I'll die if I don't bring the reagents as soon as possible. Yeah, that's correct. Don't worry, I told you we still have time, approximately until midnight. Yes, only until midnight, because after that the Statin, will it run out? It will start being harmful. It's very toxic, you know. Fine, I get the point. The list? Here. Just read it carefully, don't mess anything up. Yeah. Hey, what's your name? I just realized you never introduced yourself. Rui. Nice to meet you. And you, in case you have any questions, drop in. I'll scarcely be so happy and glad to stick around here and stare at this poor wretch. Dang, were it not for that snapper leader, I would go trade a bit. I've had 100 vacuum cleaners on me, can you imagine? And a festival's beginning in the cemetery, there's going to be lots of people. Alright, off you go. Well, he does not look fucking good. Oh, his wound looks pretty bad. Really bad. He was lucky to pass out. Oh, he's passed out. Holy shit. Okay. This just got fucking crazy. Real goddamn. Oh my god, there's so much to read now. Okay. Milosh. The family is reluctant to talk about him. Every word Brilla, Serpent, and Mammon says is a piece of book page. Even if I put them together, I would never get the real Milosh. Milosh couldn't let himself live the way he wanted. It was all about his parents and Brilla and Mammon's parents. He was planted in bad soil and made grow up. According to the traditions of the Parba, which my father clearly despised, he was supposed to stay in the family no matter what, and Milosh stayed, trying to help the family and destroying it at the same time. Okay. Kariom. He is half-blood, brought up by two Sorai. Met him in the slow. Nice guy. I'll offer to go with a drink for at my leisure. Ha! No way. It's unbearably hard to talk to him. He takes every word of mine as an insult and as a challenge to his intelligence. It's hard to imagine the ego Flynn, Bo, and the other Sorai have cultivated in him, attaching universal importance to his mission. After Kariom cried out because of Milosh and accused all his friends of betrayal, I was finally convinced that he had the brain of a 10-year-old. I can't take him seriously, but I have to, because now we are bound to each other because of the ink and the slow. Holy shit. Locke is a living Mirror Oak bracelet made by Milosh. That's his name, Mirror Oak. He has a mind and even knows the rules of the slow, and no wonder, since he's been living there for so long. He's also been thoroughly soaked in ink. He lives in Kariom's pocket now. I wonder if he's still able to turn into a snake, or has he lost that ability in the stream? Junyver. She met Kariom and me coming out of the slow and saved me from a monster with her vacuum cleaner. She is a bit frantic but confident and resolves situations very quickly. I wish I could say I felt safer led by Junyver, but the situation she and I found ourselves in sends me into a panic. She's going to pick up Kariom and take him away with her, and she would have done it if he hadn't been injured. Do we have Bo? We do have Bo and Flynn. My Sorai friend, it's hard to believe, I know. I expected that he'd speak like a poet or pretend to be extra mysterious, but Bo turned out to be lightheaded and funny. He likes to joke, and although he looks like a huge snake, his teeth are the size of my palm, I don't think he can harm me. Flynn. There's something strange about his behavior. He talks to me as if he's known me for a long time, but he's rude and calls me kiddo, even though he's much shorter than I am. He has a bizarre accent and a whole set of incomprehensible words that I have never heard in the vocabulary of the hill campers. It's hard for me to fully understand what kind of relationship Flynn and Kariom had. Flynn's been raising Kariom since childhood, and if your nanny swears in Sorai and is not going to stop drinking, you are not going to be a saint either. Maybe their friendship had once been deep, strong, and reliable, but Kariom's reshuffling had ruined it. Maybe there was no friendship between them at all. It's probably foolish to ask the immortal whether he is immortal or not, but I did find it somewhat out of despair. I didn't expect Flynn to confirm my words, and secretly I still don't fully believe them. Holy shit. Well, we have opened a whole new Pandora's box. Again, so far, this game is insane. This game is both awesome and terrifying at the same time. I guess move on. Let's go right. What a strange light in here. It makes me want to lie down and sleep for a couple hours. The base of an old metal bed. Yep. Why are these sticks here anyways? It won't be easy to get through them. I don't want to burn my coat. Yeah, fair point. I think that's on purpose. The person in this picture looks like Kariom. I mean, come on. I'm sure it's Kariom. Is it? I can't really tell. It looks like a mad scientist from my angle. He and Flynn lived in this very house, and the slab proves it all even more. No, this isn't the abandoned house, right? I'm crazy. Yeah, this can't be. This can't be. Interesting. So that's what this place is, an abandoned house on a cliff. Turns out that Kariom lived very close to the camp. So did Flynn. I'd be happy to return to my usual routine, but I can't get certain things out of my head. Life bound with Kariom, how delightful. How delightful. I need to hurry up and gather the noted ingredients for the medicine, and that'll be that. By the way, what was on the list Junyver gave me? 1. A proof of death! Something from the cemetery. Okay, probably like the dead cat that was sitting there before. 2. Traveler's watch. It's important to visit different time zones. Cemetery. Griddigi. Ask a Malalo. Well, there was one. What's a Griddigi? Well, the other 2 I know because they're both in the cemetery. The last one I'm not sure of. I'm curious. Whose drawing is this? Can I not go? I can't go in there? Okay. Looks very different in the evening. Interesting, okay. Hey, I'm home! And nobody's here. Yeah, that sounds about right. Where's everyone, I wonder? They haven't even locked the door. What if we've been robbed? The bracelet! Ugh, alright, everything's okay. Bracelet is here. And buried under some papers. What's this? My dear, do you want mommy to have a stroke? If you go spending the night at your friends or girlfriends, let me know. I understand you're an adult, and that's why I'm not stinting you or anything, but I'm worried, you know. Left the house unlocked in case you return at dawn. Mommy. I disappeared for a night. That's a relief. Rui, what a bubblehead you are. Halfway to the party, you just ran off in the woods and abandoned me. Why in the world would I stick my neck out for you? Why do I always pity you? Roscoe said he expected nothing else from you, but I didn't. All in all, don't count on leniency from your cousin. He's cross with you. Ramonia. Well, it's not lazy. Well, no, that is lazy. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay. Man, Roscoe's birthday party. Holy smokes. It would be better that if that whole deal wasn't started at all. I was going to chun up to Roscoe to obtain an ally in the face of Brilla, but instead have disposed him against me even more. Stryha. The bracelet is altered. There are details on it that definitely weren't made by me. It's all logical. A Star Reader needs a companion. But I'm sorry for you. I'd rather the same thing didn't happen to you. Don't tell the family, agreed? Malash's bracelet was exactly the same. And why is it a jeweler who's supposed to be a Star Reader's companion? Of course, a jeweler is very important to the profession in Latori, but not that important, right? I don't feel like becoming a substitute for my missing uncle so I can die impaled on branches. And only one who will be by my side at the moment won't be friends or family, but Kariom, this Capricus sleazebag mocking me and calling me a mad hornet. Okay, that's enough. I don't believe in destiny or predetermination. I change my life myself. And I know what to do. It's easier than I thought. The Black Baron prepaid me in half, and I did the job just enough for this repayment. So now I'll give the bracelet back to the Baron and let some other jeweler finish my work. I don't have the faintest idea what I'm going to do next, but I'm as good as done with this thrice-cursed bracelet. But first, I'll return the favor to Kariom. Okay, well first, Kirbyland, the Guardian of the Dead. Hello, Kirbyland. Sometimes I come here to rest, even in spite of the festival. It's so calm here. Crimson magpies, giant, well-fed birds, and aren't afraid of the crowd. Firstly, I need to make sure no one is... Oh, okay. Got it. Firstly, I need to make sure no one... Okay, so I can't get any of those. Hey! Whose pole is this? Dad's. What? He was found? Actually, it's the Mound of the Lost. Here the poles of everyone who disappeared are set up. But there is no dead bodies under them, and it's anyone's guess where they are, or if they're dead. I need to clean my glasses so I can read more efficiently. Oh, I have to do his voice, don't I? How long has the mound been here? I don't remember it. Wasn't here before when I left for Nuri. The pole Dad set up was today, in fact. Turns out that it was ordered long ago, but became impossible to set up only now, Aunt Emerald said. Why have they buried him? He's not dead, I know it. They shouldn't have done that. What if he'll be back? I'm sure he will. No, he won't be back because he doesn't want to return. And what if I made him? When Roscoe was small, Dad stayed home and wasn't even thinking of leaving. No, don't blame yourself. I'm certain he loved you very much. Loves. You don't know that. You weren't even adequately acquainted. Listen, I know what's become of him, but don't tell anyone, okay? Not anyone. Dad isn't dead, nor is he alive. He's turned into a ghost. It's true. Whatever gave you that idea, sweetie pie? I heard his voice one night and followed it. Found myself at the top of a cliff, but the voice faded there like the wind among the birches. The living can't call that way, and the dead can't at all the more. They're silent, but ghosts are capable of anything. And what happened next? Next, I went home. That's all. On my way back, I noticed lights in the forest as though candles were burning. I came closer and saw somebody's celebration. Everyone was laughing and chatting, but it wasn't clear what about. Really? Somebody gathered to sit down in the middle of the night just like that? The sky seemed to be lighter above the tables as if the evening were young. You were there. No, Yes, I was. First I saw the light, though it were moon through the trees, and then I met some character and went to the party. To my birthday party. Impossible. No, that's impossible. You're making this up, aren't you? But that's the absolute truth. There was Sorai at the party, and they all were my friends. Look here, there was a book about jewelry materials. My dad had signed it for me. No, Serbin, stop it. You don't know what you're talking about. You weren't there. My Sorai friends and I were talking about constellations, about the crown of leaves. Okay, now the game's just being a cunt, isn't it? And when they were calling the holiday Tigaladara. I remember everything very clearly. Why won't you believe me? Why would I lie? That wasn't happening to you. You don't believe me because you consider me a child, right? For the record, I'm a teenager. No more calling me Sunshine or I'll be calling you Ufeso, you understand? Okay, see. Fair enough. Serbin, I believe you. What happened next? Nothing happened. I went home, and later on stumbled over something and fell. Was that when you fell and hurt your eye? Mm-hmm. Ah, more voices! So why so down in the dumps? Come on, smile. I have an offering for Pot Melange. Oh, excellent choice. Such a wine could impress those even in Nuri. Dad's favorite. I saw him ever in the company of this babe. In the past, I wouldn't have resisted either, but the boy's grown up, become a man, and developed brass bells. Will. That's the main thing. Will and independence. Are you fond of wine, Rui? My sole passion is coffee. Coffee is the thing I never managed to ditch either. And should I even? Rui, do you think we should ditch coffee? Everyone's hinting zealously that it was the cause of where my insomnia lies, but I have rather slim faith in that. Drink it in mornings, not nights, and things will straighten out. However, I admit you have such cheerful air that I suggest you go and help Mom dig up a vegetable patches at once. That wouldn't be productive. Brilla keeps me out of her precious garden. Besides, Vander does a great job of digging up patches, too. And rightly so. Stick around and watch this little concert. There's going to be some show about mystics and magic and all that hogwash. I heard you like these sort of things. Come along now, Kumad. Wait a moment. Especially on the Mount of the Lost, I need to think of someone who is totally dead. Okay, well, I can't take any of these then. Necklace. In dearth of thy blessing, rest I the shandom from upon thy tomb. Thy shang with this house resides, lo do I bear it from la far yonder. Pray that I shan't provoke thy wrath, for I bear not upon thee ill will. It just seemed like it should be said. The grave rock. Oh, well, that's fucked up. My dear, you've nearly driven me crazy. Have you been home? I've left a note for you there. And Brilla's made a margarasana and kish rolls. It's all on the table. Have you eaten? Yeah, I've been home, Zadrari. And no, I'm not hungry, thanks. Have you had some coffee at least? No, I forgot. Another time. What's with the crowd at the cemetery? It's such an early hour. Is no one asleep? Indeed, it's the festival. Unfortunately, Bree won't be going. She's been having terrible headaches since yesterday. As soon as she woke up, she went to Aunt Ambra's. Ah, for the needles. Yes, those ones. And where have you been? Everyone's been searching everywhere for you. Who is everybody? Does anyone else other than you want to see me? Well, Rasco asked for you, for starters. And what did he say? Was he very mad? I wouldn't say he got mad. Just imagine his usual face. With that usual face, he came to the Goblin late at night. I was busy playing Cabbage with Cameo. The game was very captivating. Then Rasco invited me to a private talk. And boy, did it start some stuff. What stuff? Are you okay? Did he what? Oh, really, he didn't. Rasco's so well-mannered. Is it conceivable that he can lay hands on a woman? Only it seemed to me that you, I don't know, dear, upset him very much. He began questioning me about you, inquired after what you had done before lunchtime and where you had vanished to later. Whether you had taken Brilla's axe, asked if I should know what business you could have had with friends of the deceased moon. Yeah, I've been home, Zadrari. Sounds nothing short of an interrogation. Rasco interrogated you. Could it be he suspects me of something? Why? Is there reason to? Certainly not. I can go about my own business, can't I? You can, but forgetting about a birthday, it's such an important anniversary and all. I didn't forget. I simply... For instance, it seems to me that you and Vander are great pals and you're on good terms with Serban. Now you go ahead and have fun. I'd better go get some gifts for Bree.